Good morning. My name is Asutosh. Today I am going to discuss cryptography. What is cryptography? Types of cryptography, and what are the use of security in today's scenario. These are the content of today's lecture. First, I will start with the introduction, then security goal. What are the security goals? And discuss cryptography and types of cryptography. There are basically two types of cryptography: symmetric and asymmetric, and ending with the RSA crypto system. What is introduction of security? Currently we are living in the information age, so information needs to be secure from attacks. In today's scenario, different types of attacks are possible due to attackers. These attacker may attack in your PC or in your mobile phones. In mobile phones, there are different types of processes are running. Android applications are running, which may be Gmail, which may be Facebook, and attacker attacks your social sites. Either they can attack your Gmail or Facebook or any other bank detail or personal details, whatever attacker they can attack. For preventing these kind of attack, security is required. And how to secure information, what are the goals are required, today I am going to discuss. To be secured, information needs to be hidden from unauthorized access. First one, unauthorized access is related to confidentiality. After I will discuss what is confidentiality and what are the importance of confidentiality. Second one is protected from unauthorized access, which is related to integrity. I will also discuss integrity. And third one is available to an authorized entity when it is needed. It is related to availability. Next, I am going to discuss what are the security goals. In short, we can say CIA. C stands for confidentiality, I stands for integrity, A stands for availability. From this figure, we can clearly understand what I am saying about security goals. First one, I am going to discuss confidentiality. Confidentiality keep the data and communication secret. From this is the confidentiality. That means if you want to have some data and want to secret, then there is no need to share with unauthorized one. You can only share with authorized person, and these information or data may be financial data, bank details, health record, etc. And this may be the commercial relevance and military, air force, or any other data. Second is integrity. What is integrity? There is an indicates the integrity part. Protect reliability of data against tampering. That means no one can tamper your data. Only authorized person can tamper, can add or delete data. No one other than authorized person can delete or access or tampering the data. And source and content of information is another part of the integrity. Availability. Data resource should be accessible when needed. That means this is the availability. This shows the availability. When sender sends the data, at that time data should be available. But there is one drawback occur: denial of service attack, DOS attack. Protection against DOS attack is required when availability of data is required. So these are the three important security goals which is required in the security mechanism. What is attack? Attack is just someone wants to, unauthorized person wants to access your personal data, and this accessing of data is called attack, and this attack is done by someone, and that someone is known as attacker. Our three goals of security: first one is confidentiality, integrity and availability can be threatened by the security attacks. And based on three security goals, I am classify the security attacks in three categories. Based on these security goals, in first category, snooping, traffic analysis. Second category, modification, masquerading, replying, repudiation, denial of service. In first category, it is related to confidentiality. Second category is related to integrity, and third is related to availability, as I have discussed, denial of service attack in availability. So these are just, I am just giving the overview because this is the computer network lecture. In this lecture, our objective is just to understand what are the security and what are the attack. Not going to discuss because in next semester, I mean 7th semester, you have to read a separate subject which is known as computer network security, and that time you will read and learn everything in detail. So just here I am going to give the overview of our classification of just security attacks instead of elaborating all these things in detail. What is cryptography? There are different definitions available in the books. Some of definitions I am writing here. Cryptography is the art, and sometimes it is called science of secret writing. This is the first definition. And second definition is written by someone. Cryptography is a science and art of transforming messages to make them secure. Here objective of cryptography is to make the message secure and immune to attack, as well as protect from attack. Here in cryptography, two terms are very important. First is cryptographer, second one is cryptanalyst. Cryptographers create the ciphers, which is cryptography. Cryptanalysts break the ciphers, which is cryptanalysis. What is cipher? Let us suppose I am a sender and someone is a receiver. I am just send a message to someone which may be which is receiver. I am just type a message and apply some algorithms, and this message is converted into some other format which is not readable to the attacker easily, and this message is called ciphers. And cryptographer just create the plain text. I mean plain text is nothing but it is a message into a ciphers, which is known as cryptography. Cryptanalysts just break the ciphers. I mean, here we can say cryptanalyst is just kind of attacker, which is called cryptanalysis. This process is called analysis, cryptanalysis. This is called cryptography. Next term is, what is crypto system? Crypto system is a 5 tuple consisting of EDMKC. What is EDMKC? E is a cryptographic algorithms, D is a decryptographic algorithms, M is a set of plain text, K is a set of keys, C is a set of ciphers, and key is a set of keys. Here key is one or more than one key or pair of key based on the, depending on the what type of crypto system we are using. These are the two functions used for, this is used for encryption, this is used for decryption, this is used in the side of sender side, this is used at the receiver side. M is the plain text, this is already written here. K is the key which is used at the time of encryption, and finally after this we create a ciphertext, and this ciphertext is sending through insecure channel, and after this ciphertext reach to the destination, again destination decrypt this message or this ciphertext with the help of key. Key may be the shared key or key may be the set of a pair of key, and finally this message is converted into plain text, and whatever sent by the sender, and that exact message is received by the receiver. This is the responsibility of the cryptography. That's why we are using the cryptography during the sending a data from source to destination to avoid such kind of attack. So okay, confidentiality. Now we look at the first goal of security. This is confidentiality. I have already discussed. Confidentiality can be achieved using ciphers. That means unauthorized person cannot access your data, because your actual data converted into the cipher with the help of some encryption algorithms and some your key. Cipher can be divided into two broad category. First one is symmetric, second one is asymmetric. Asymmetric is also known as public key. Sometimes these two are also a part of, also a category of cryptography or crypto system. Some of books it is written as asymmetric key cryptography. Some other book is known as symmetric key crypto system, asymmetric key cryptography and asymmetric key cryptography. Based on different book, different names are by name, different names called by the different names. Symmetric key cryptography. Asymmetric key cryptography uses same key for both encryption as well as decryption. That means we can say this is the sender, Alice is a sender, Bob is a receiver. Both are using same key, shared key, to encrypt and decrypt the message. So this is a part of symmetric key, or this is the process of symmetric key. That's why it is called symmetric key cryptography, because both sender and receiver using same key. Here Alice type a message and wanted to send this message to the Bob. First he encrypt this message with the help of encryption algorithms as well as secret key, and then generates ciphertext, and this ciphertext sent via insecure channel. Here attacker may attack, but there is no reason to attack, there is no way to attack this, because if attacker access the data, then this data is converted into different format which is known by the Alice and Bob only, but attack may be the possible. This is secure, and finally ciphertext is reached to at that place, and then ciphertext again decrypted with the help of decryption algorithms as well as this shared key, and finally plain text is received at receiver side, whatever sender want to send the Bob. And different types of symmetric cryptography. First one is AES. AES stands for Advanced Encryption Standard. DES stands for Data Encryption Standard. RC4, RC5, RC6 are the version of Rives cipher. Mainly these are two popular used, AES and DES. But here just know the types of symmetric algorithm. In different interviews only ask what is symmetric, what is asymmetric, what are the types of symmetric, and what are the types of asymmetric. No one ask about detail of each and every algorithms, because this is the case when you want to go in your security company, then they want in detail, because I have already mentioned this is the separate subject which you will read in next semester. That's why whatever used in our network, that's why just I am giving the overview of these terms. Asymmetric, as I already discussed, symmetric uses shared key between sender and receiver. Here sender and receiver uses pair of key. Sender uses one key and receiver uses different key. One key is used for locking the message, and another key is used for unlock the message. From this figure we can say public key is used for lock, private key used for unlock. So these are the Alice. Alice is a sender, Bob is a receiver. Alice want to create a cipher. These are the asymmetric key ciphers overview. From this figure we can say this is the sender of sender. We can say this is Alice, and this is Bob, and this is receiver. He sends a message to Bob, and this message is encrypted with the help of Bob's key, public key, and create encryption algorithms as well as Bob's public key, and create ciphertext, and this ciphertext is transferred through insecure channel, and this ciphertext is reaches to Bob side, and finally it is decrypted with the help of private key of Bob and decryption algorithms, and finally this message is converted into plain text, which is same as this plain text. That means whatever Alice want to send Bob, exactly this message received by the Bob. This is the beauty of cryptography. And here also different types of asymmetric key cryptography are available. First one, El Gamal second one RSA, third one DSA, fourth one elliptical cryptography, fifth one PKCS, public key cryptography standards. RSA stands for Raives Samir and Levant. DSA stands for digital signature algorithms. Now in this subject, one question is asked from RSA. Up till now, last 4-5 years papers I have seen, except RSA, no algorithms has been asked in previous year questions. So our objective is just to read about RSA and just leave it here, and you will read in next semester in CNS, Computer Network Security subject. What is RSA crypto system? RSA is developed or invented by Raives, Samir and Levant. There are 3 cryptography researchers who have invented RSA. RSA is public key cryptography, as I already discussed. Asymmetric cryptography or asymmetric cryptography is also known as public key cryptography. This is the first practical implementation of public key cryptography. It remains most widely used public key cryptographic algorithms today, and it is based on belief. That means it is easy to implement, easy to multiply 2 very large prime number, but it is hard to break the factorize. That means its factorization is not easy. Factorization is too difficult as compared to multiplication of 2 prime number. So based on that, this algorithm is most popular nowadays, and this is most widely used. This is just similar as I have already discussed in previous slide. Same concept is RSA, because RSA is a public key cryptography. These are the public key crypto systems. Some setups, some parameters are required to calculate mathematically for implementation point of view. Let n be the product of 2 large prime number P and Q. There are 2 prime number P and Q. Large means at least 512 bits. That means 512 bits are minimum required. Then we can say it is a large number. N is equals to P into Q. N is a product of 2 large prime number. I have already written here. Again calculate phi n. Phi n, just calculate, subtract 1 from P and Q and then multiply. P minus 1 multiply Q minus 1. Again, next, select a special number E. Select a special number such that select E which is lie between 1 to phi n, and GCD of E phi n is equals to 1. Based on 2 category, based on these 2 formula, the 2 functions, we can calculate the value of E. We can start from 1 and go up to phi n and satisfy these conditions, because phi n is available from here and GCD of phi 1 is equals to 1. Then one parameter is calculate and this one is given, so easily we can calculate. And again publish a pair of 2 numbers n and E. N is here, E is calculated from this steps, and this is known as public key in case of RSA, which is shared. And then calculate the private key, because this is required to encrypt the message and creates a ciphertext. And at the receiver side, decryption is required, and receiver side private keys is required. So how to calculate the private key? For calculation of private key, this formula is required. E into D mod phi n is equals to N. E we have calculated, D is calculated from this formula and phi n is available. There are three parameters and these three parameters we have two already given. Then third one is easily calculated. And D is the private key which is already I have said. Next, representation of plain text as M. It is a series of numbers, series of alphabets, anything. And how to perform encryption process in RSA. After performing encryption process, ciphertext is calculated. Then C is equals to M power E mod N. M is a plain text, E is a public key, mod N is a product of two large prime number. And this ciphertext is sent to the receiver side and receiver decrypt this ciphertext with the help of private key and decryption algorithms. And finally calculate the plain text is equals to C is nothing but this power D is a private key, mod N I have already discussed, N is a product of two prime number, large prime number. And from example we can easily understand. Let us two prime numbers. First one is a 7, which is P, Q is equals to 11. Then calculate N is equals to 77, 7 into 11. Again calculate phi N. I have already discussed P minus 1, Q minus 1, 7 minus 1 into 11 minus 1, that is 6 into 10, that is 60. Select E, third step is select E. E is select based on GCD E comma phi N, which is 1, and this E value lie between 1 to phi N. So if we calculate start from 1 and finally go 13, and at 13 we have GCD of 30 and 60 is 1. First we try 1 comma 60, 2 comma 60, because 1 is not included, because 1 less than E less than, not less than or equal to. So start from 1, not start from 1, just start for more than 1, that is 2 to 59, and go to 13. Start for 2 comma 60, 2 comma 3 comma 60, 4 comma 60, 5 comma 60, until you don't get the GCD of 1 between E and phi N. So finally you calculate E with the help of GCD, and finally E is equals to 30 after satisfying these conditions. And when you get the E, then you again find the private key. For finding private key, these are the formula. Formula is that E into D mod phi N. E have already calculated from this formula. To E is equals to 13 into D mod phi N. Phi N is 60. There are three parameters, value of 2 is given. Third one we can calculate easily. So D is equals to 37. You can calculate algorithms. Euclidean algorithm is a process you need to follow the order to compute the value of D. Now you have understand each point. Then I am going to just discuss, because this question is asked in 2014, 2015 and semester examination of AKTU. So in this plain text is given M is equals to F. I am converting these numbers, these alphabets into numbers starting from 0. I am giving A is equals A represented I represent A by 0, B by 1, C by 2 and Z by 25. So 0 to 25 alphabets are represented, and the position of F in number of 5. So plain text M is equals to 5. Then you can calculate ciphertext. Ciphertext is calculated. C is equals to M E. M is equals to 5. E is equals to 13 mod N. n is equals to 77. After calculation these values you get 26. How to calculate this value? Because it is a 77, this is 5. You can again calculate, expand this value. 5 into 5, 25. 25 is less than 50, 77. Then again expand. 125. 5 into 5 into 5, 125. Mod 77 into 5 power 10 mod 77. As by use factorization method you can calculate this value 26 easily. Similarly, if you get c is equals to 26, then again c is equals to 26 is used to calculate the plain text in receiver side. So 26 की power 37. 37 is nothing but it is a value of private key. And mod 77, 77 when we calculate this value, this is equals to 5, which is nothing but the value of plain text. So I think hope you all understand what I am saying. If there is a problem behind this and this calculation, then you go to the book of cryptography or any book and refer. From there you can easily understand how to calculate these values. Or still, if you have any doubt, you can mail me. I have given a mail ID in my websites, which is available in front page as well as here. I will give you detailed explanation. Thank you for listening.